cheers and Floyd Mayweather shelling it up. Of course, the fans eating it up as Floyd Mayweather allowed Logan.
Floyd Mayweather was once one of the most well-known athletes in the world for a variety of reasons. He was and still is the greatest villain figure in recent history, bringing in the most money and making the most money. As a professional fighter, Paul, on the other hand, has a 3-0 record. His debut fight resulted in a first-round TKO against YouTuber and Essen Gibb. Paul defeated former NBA superstar Nate Robinson in the second round of his second encounter. Paul knocked out MMA fighter Ben Askren in the opening round last month, who had never boxed professionally before. So in today's video, is it possible that Jake Paul is fighting Floyd Mayweather next? But before we get into it, do me a favor and smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for notifications whenever a new video is published. Recently, however, he's been attempting to earn more money via exhibition bouts, including one with YouTube sensation Logan Paul. In addition, he may have to decide on the Paul brothers. For your convenience, we'll split down everything for you. Number 5. Floyd versus Jake Paul. The Paul brothers aren't the most well-known individuals in the world, and they're not the most popular, but what they do best is get their names out there and draw attention to themselves in some way. And this boxing expedition that they're on right now is a perfect illustration of it. No one knew what to expect when they both announced their intentions to enter the boxing ring, and many just didn't care. Mostly because they were two amateurs pitted against other amateurs or out-of-sport fighters in an attempt to show something that they only thought was worth demonstrating. When Jake Paul forced Nate Robinson at the Mike Tyson comeback event in 2020, many took note of his tremendous power and he knocked Robinson out, sparking speculation about what could come next. Floyd vs. Logan was announced only a few weeks after the incident, but this raised the question of why he chose Logan over Jake. Some individuals believe that this is a lengthy con scenario. Floyd's buddy Nate Robinson believes Floyd intended to go after Logan first to teach him a lesson before going after Jake. Jake is currently preparing for a bout against Tyron Woodley in August. He was, however, free after that. These two don't get along, as shown during the build-up to the Logan Paul battle. Number 4. The news event fight. Logan and Floyd got together in May for a normal boxing press event. Jake was there to support his brother, and he got up in Floyd's face at one point, which was unsurprising. They chewed each other out, and then Jake grabbed Floyd's hat and initiated a fight that spanned several sections of the stadium. Some speculate that it was planned, but the three deny this and claim to know a lot about what the other was up to. Floyd has a strong motive to pursue Jake based on this alone, since he wants to put the punk down. Jake can't help but run his mouth, not only for that reason. And after the Logan Paul fight, Jake declared to everyone who would listen that his brother had defeated Floyd Mayweather, which isn't even close to being accurate. So, although Floyd has a grievance against Jake, the prospect of greater money in a rematch with Logan may be more appealing. Number 3. Why would Floyd face Logan again? That's a fair question, but one that's fortunately easy to answer. Since the only thing Floyd Mayweather enjoys more than attention and celebrity is money. Huge amounts of money. Most people believe that the only reason he went to do this exhibition battle with Logan Paul was that the stars and the other people participating in the event were going to give him a lot of money to do it. And if you throw enough money at Floyd Mayweather, he'll fight just about anybody, even a social media celebrity like Logan Paul. As a result, the argument for a rematch is quite straightforward. The money may be higher the second time around. Nevertheless, despite the match's poor conclusion, a large number of people paid to attend the fight, which speaks much about the event's popularity in Miami. So, if Logan is serious, and he can seek the assistance of celebrities and others, as well as pay Floyd enough, a rematch may very well take place. Or they could attempt to capitalize on the enthusiasm and select another opponent for Floyd to fight. Number 2. How Floyd handled Logan the first time. Many people were taken aback by Floyd's decision to accept a fight against Logan Paul, and yet In a statement last year, he did just that when he announced the match would take place. The battle was scheduled to take place in early 2021, but due to the worldwide virus, it was postponed. Floyd did all he could to make it obvious that this was a genuine battle that he was taking seriously, including all of the hype, press conferences, training videos, and other materials that demonstrated how well he was doing and how eager he was to face Logan Paul. Then came the battle, which wasn't even close. Because this was an exhibition match, there was no declared winner. There was also no knockout to decide the winner. However, if you look at the numbers and responses, as well as how the fight played out, Floyd came out on top, landing 40% of his punches to Logan's 13%. Logan was so exhausted at the end of the fight that he grabbed Mayweather's arm to prevent Floyd from punching him. Floyd had a few options regarding what he felt about the fight after it ended. It wasn't a real fight, says the narrator. It was like sparring in the gym, and I'm the best when it comes to legalized bank robbery. Floyd Mayweather even said that if he had wanted to, he could have gotten the KO. I could have gone out and just thrown some insane combinations if I had pushed hard. His only aim was to live, and he succeeded. When the battle was over, it sort of verified something that many people had assumed. Floyd, on the other hand, didn't go all out. He held back to keep things intriguing and, according to Logan Paul, to give him a mental win, which, if you know Floyd Mayweather, isn't typical of him to go out of his way for an opponent. But that might be the twist in the story. Perhaps he doesn't see Logan as a danger or competitor. And number 1, who will Floyd pick? That is a question to which only time will provide an answer, mostly because Floyd Mayweather does exactly what he wants to accomplish. Furthermore, it's possible that after the Logan encounter, he was no longer interested in participating in exhibition fights. Even if Jake Paul wins his next bout, he may not be ready to face Floyd yet, since he knows that he isn't as good as him. As a result, he may let Logan soften him up a little more for him. Anything is possible with these 3 eccentric characters. That's exactly what should happen, folks. An examination of Floyd Mayweather's probable choice for his upcoming exhibition fight. Do you think Floyd will accept the rematch challenge from Logan Paul? Will he take on Jake Paul, the real objective in the eyes of many? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications on our future content. With that being said, see you in the next one.
Doing effective work when you get close, and I tell you, I think the hand